Hi guys, welcome back for part 10. This is a post commentary of what's happening. So I just withdraw, save my game. I've been having a lot of trouble with fighting actual battles because it doesn't let me go into battle, like loads the screen and then just kicks me out of the game. It's really weird, but it doesn't do it this time, which is lucky. I just did this commentary just before and it messed up. Yeah, it messed up, which is gay. So it does load up, start deployment, and I do have a lot of gunmen in this one. This is a really good battle, I reckon. You guys have to tell me what you think, but I thought it was a pretty good battle. So we put these in line, and I don't like being in jungle area, so I set them on top of this hill right here where it's less trees, because I don't know where they're spawning. So kind of at the front, and then my swordsman units grouped, put them in a line, and I line them up behind my gunmen. Then we start the battle. Yep, come on, start the battle. And they're on my right. So what I decided to do is basically move my... I do have reinforcement chests. Those reinforcements came from the base, if you saw on the other screen. So I start to move my cannon down and my gunman right next to the cannon, which is an obvious. If you don't have your gunman in, like, next to your cannon, why would you have them behind your men? Because that'd shoot your men in the back. So this is where I'm... Sorry if you see my chair squeaking. Just sitting up so I can see my screen properly. Like, watch my own gameplay here, guys. So I'm just lining them up. I'm getting my commander and putting him at the back, because if he dies you lose so much morale, and it's 50-50 at the moment, so I don't want to compromise that. So I'm just like, the reinforcements that I got, I'm relining them back up. Sorry, I was just burping. So I move all them units, but what I don't realise is they're coming up behind their units. So I don't realise till they're like right next to each other. But luckily they don't actually attack them. That's sort of spoiling what's going to happen, but you'll see it in the video. This is why I'm telling my men to run, because I think that they're going to start running. Their men are going to start running at me. Plus they're going to be stood still for a bit, so here I am, just speeding up time, getting all my men into line, and I'm telling my cannon to go shoot at them. Yeah, this is where I realised that my men are basically walking straight past each other, like they're like a couple meters from them. And I think they were going to try and attack them, but then they decided not to. Don't know why. But I'm basically just telling my cannon to go shoot him. That starts moving forwards. And here comes all my units starting to line up into order. It's such a good battle that happens here though. I really enjoy playing this battle. I'm just moving my gunman up next to my cannon as it starts to go forwards. And then gunman on the other side. Then I get my grouped swordsmen, put them behind my gunman. I move up my my commander. Then get the Attck warriors. I group them. And then I put them behind them. Wow, I should bring some water whilst I do this. There I am, just sorting out the units into correct order, and then my cannon's still going at it. It says it's shooting, but it says it's out of range, which is weird. But here I am, just moving my cavalry up onto the left hand hill, so when they all come up through that forest, I can just basically charge my men out of the forest. Here I am moving my gunmen up even further. and it's such a it looks like a brilliant battle that takes place here. I really like the look of what happens, but you'll see what I mean when it happens. So I move up my swordsman behind my gunman and my cannon. Then I group. I put this unit behind my other swordsman, and then I group them. Oh no, I move up my Attck warriors. I ungroup them because I don't want them in blocks. I want them in straight lines. So I move them up, group them, and then move up my commander right up behind them. So there's my horses sitting on top of the hill. My cannon's starting to fire. And I think they start to come towards me soon. It looks like such a good battle that goes on. Here I'm just checking my horsemen on the hill. Move them up a bit further. Wow, I'm getting such a dry mouth. Nope. There I am attacking them, and they start to come down the hill. It looks like such a good battle. I didn't want to go towards them and fight them on the hill because you're at such a disadvantage if you try fighting uphill. So I wanted to come down into the valley and fight me on a fair ground, basically. So my men are not fighting uphill. But this bit just looks awesome. It really does. And a really good shot goes off because there's a clump of them in the middle, just there. But there's a really good shot that hits directly in between that clump, and it just looks awesome. I wish I had more cannons on this one. That would have been awesome. But I think here comes the first shot. Lands in front, and then the second shot right in the middle. That was such a good shot. Stuns them, and then they start to run. But this is the epic bit that I'm talking about. Like, I go down into the middle, and then I realise my cannon's too far forward, so I pull it back a bit. And now all my gunmen are firing into the forest, and this looks sick because the Attck start running out of the forest as my gunmen are just gunning them down. It just looks so good. So I'm like grabbing my Attck warriors because I realise they're getting too close, and this bit just looks awesome. It's like zoom in and like the both armies just coming to clash together. It's like charge, charge, and it's just like loads of men just clashing together. But I think like my Attck warriors get their asses kicked, and they just start routing so quick. Yep, there goes one, and I'm like charging in my stronger units right in behind them.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius.
Yeah, I'm trying to spread out my units to the attack each unit, and they start to rout so quick. And now I'm charging my cavalry down from the bottom at the missile man, so they can't shoot at me. I move my commander up. Now I move my gunman to the side, but I realise that I have my swordsman chose. So I tell him to re-attack, and I replace my gunman on the side, tell him to run, and now the others start to rout. And this is where I grab my horsemen, and I tell them to go after that major clump that's just there, just to kill as many people as I can. I tell my cannon to shoot at them. Then I realise my Attck warriors, they come back from the fight. They're just sitting on top of the hill just there, just behind the gunman. Yep. So select them and tell them to run down into the valley and go after them. And then this basically just turns to a clean up. There goes another unit routing. But there's just so much death in the middle of that valley, and it gives me the option to continue or exit. But then I end up just continuing, and then I don't do it on the video obviously. So here it comes in about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, yep, there it is. and I continue, and I'll show you the kill counter basically. Yep, that's what I killed near enough every single one of them. These guys offer me alliance and map information, but I try to counter it because the Attcks, I have trading rights with them, and if I accept an alliance and they're fighting with them, they'll cancel the trade agreement with me, and that means less money basically. So I just cancel. You won't accept it. Yeah, I'm basically just pointing out that basically the Attcks are enemies with them, and I got a trade agreement with them, so that won't work out. And I got a new mission to attack that base, and something really bad happens in a couple of seconds. Well, it's not really bad. It's not bad news, but it's bad. So here I am just trying to sort out my units. Well, I'm doing my recruiting, my retraining, building the buildings that I need, making sure the population is happy. Yep. Do a bit of retraining. At least I'm in the positive with my cash this time, so I built some farms to make sure that stays up.
Yes, Lord.
I send that commander down to there. That base has got an upgrade coming. I build the grain, whatever it is, whatever that thing is, and I lower the taxes there because they're unhappy, and I retrain those 4 units, and I think I end the turn shortly just after this. No, I actually grabbed the cannon because I wanted to be with my general. So the general gets all 3 cannons, is it? I think it's 3 cannons I have. Yes, I can buy my units because they're not ranked, so it doesn't make a difference. So I just grabbed the strongest units I could, and I start to move them up towards my general. Yep, I'm just rechecking the mission to which one it's taken. And I count how many units are here, and then I realise there's some crap units in here, so I send them back to the main base. And then I think I restack some of these units. Do I? Yeah, I'm just counting how many spots there is in this, so I realise these 2 have got to go. So I send them to there, and then I end the turn shortly. I just cancel these tabs on the side. So I end the turn, and then guess what happens? You're never gonna guess. My fraction dies. My fraction leader dies, not damn it. And a bunch of people are rioting. There's a bunch of disease. But if you want some history on this, I can actually tell you about this because the French actually brought across a lot of diseases to the Americas. That was actually a big main reason. Here I am just, whilst I battle on, I was just checking who was the next area and where he is. But the main reason why a lot of the population actually died was because of the diseases that the Spanish actually brought over. I think it was the Spanish flu or something like that. And that wiped out a lot of the population. And the game starts to lag a bit here, so I'll pause the recording and I'll restart it again. Wait for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boof. And fixed. There we go. And it's better. So basically, a lot of the